Hello friends, James Stevenson back for part 5 of Dunkin on Munkin. As I show you who's hating hard on Tesla today. He's still hating hard on Tesla, even if he's hating on me specifically. We'll get to that tweet in a second. After checking in with my co-host Loki, who is sleeping on the job once again, after having polished off his breakfast in the previous video about Twitter ad sharing revenue. If you want to see Loki eat breakfast, you can watch that video or subscribe to my Twitter channel and see him eat breakfast yesterday in James and Loki's Gems of the Week. But for now, let's launch right into the content of this video, beginning with Motorhead Brad Munchen retweeting me after I published my video where I smoked PolitiReality with a heck of a ratio. For claiming Tesla wasn't a growth company. I shared some facts with PolitiReality that directly controverted the claims he was making. What did Brad Munchen have to say about that? His friend, PolitiReality, fellow TeslaQ member in good standing, Brad said, "You only embarrass yourself every time you tweet videos of yourself, especially with that hairdo." So there's the kind of quality tweet you're going to get from Brad Munchen if you follow him these days. So I'm not sure what damage has happened to Brad Munchen in his life that he believes that only very attractive people are allowed to post videos of themselves, right? Like, I'm not claiming to be a fashion model, and I don't spend a lot of time primping for the camera when I make videos. So I replied, "You have an odd fixation on my appearance, especially for a guy who has scrubbed the internet of all photos and videos of Brad Munchen, if that is your real name, and only agrees to do podcasts if they're audio only." This is true. If you go search the internet or YouTube for Brad Munchen, what you'll find are audio-only interviews with Brad. I've never seen an image or likeness of Brad Munchen in photo or video. He has no image on his Twitter profile for sure, and to my knowledge, never has. Maybe if you know differently, reply below and let me know. Probably because you're so much more handsome than I am, right? With the side-eye emoji here, called the unamused face by Twitter's description. And the rest of this video gets a lot better from here because it's just me talking to Farzad Misbahi. Go check out his channel and subscribe to him on Twitter at Farziness if you don't already. He replied, "Brad's just jealous that he's not a L'Oreal spokesperson like you are." I am not. And I replied with the laughing and winking face with tongue emoji. "You even got the punctuation on L'Oreal right. Attention to detail matters. You should teach a workshop on how to tweet." Farzad sends lots of really good tweets, in addition to making lots of really good videos and interviews with people on YouTube. Farzad said, "Subscribe for more." I checked. I hadn't subscribed to Farzad's Twitter channel before. So I did, and then I replied, "Thought I had already," easily remedied, with a screenshot where I was now subscribed to Farziness. Farzad replied, "Why would you do this to yourself?" But at the same time, he was subscribing to my Twitter channel. I know because I got a notification here. Farzad Misbahi subscribed to you. And I said I made a meme about this phenomenon and replied after having updated it for Farzad. Here you go. You got the circle of people who are all subscribing to each other's Twitter. Earl of Frunk Puppy 28 delays later. Holmar's catalog at Holmar's blog. Sawyer Merritt at Sawyer Merritt, 2 R's, 2 T's. Elon Musk over here, you may know him from his work on SpaceX and Tesla and other projects. Here's Farzad. I replaced somebody with Farziness here. Jeremy Judkins and Stephen Mark Ryan, rounding out the list of people who are all subscribing to each other, just pushing money back and forth across Twitter to each other. Twitter is taking a tiny slice of that. And if anybody made the mistake of subscribing via iOS device, Tim Cook thanks you by taking 30% of the amount that you're paying for your subscription. So don't do that. Subscribe via PC if you're going to subscribe to anybody on Twitter, and if you want them to receive the lion's share of what you're supporting them with. And Farzad replied with a nice funny gif there. And Nav at Nav Crypto Trades replied, both of you are incredibly adorable. So that is my video for today. We'll check back in with Loki and see that he is still sleeping on the job today. And with that, I will outro and say if you've enjoyed today's episode of Dunkin on Munkin, let me know. You can do that by liking on whatever platform you're watching this video, Twitter or Patreon or YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you should see a subscribe button over here you can click if you haven't already to get notified whenever I publish fresh content. Click the alert bell. Thank you to everyone who supports me, especially my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com, and I'll see you in the next one.